Skin is a complicated topic. If on the one hand we can add an impressive level of detail, on the other hand, they can ruin everything. That fucking sucks, dude. Without a good foundation, the details will only highlight problems in the basic forms. Pay close attention to the first few minutes of this video. I basically spend this time adding things that will appear at an average distance from the camera. Details wouldn't make much difference so far. Well, the first thing I did was copy the head folder to a new file. This makes saving even faster. Imagine waiting 10 seconds per save. The philosopher Nietzsche talks about it. 10 seconds per save, 50 saves per day, almost an hour per week. Wasting an hour that you could be modeling instead. Eesh. Well, as this is not a sculpture module, we have to go through this part a little quickly. But the important thing is this. Be confident with the base of your model and the medium details as well, before you start adding fine details. You can watch the anatomical videos here at
3D Master Clay,
so you can review the human face and reinforce the importance of basic shapes. My goal was not to win the digital photography championship. That's why you will see me working with such a light mesh. 3 or 4 million polygons are enough for a good quality and highly detailed humanoid head sculpt. I kept this subdivision for a long time and did everything manually, as you will see. I wanted to demonstrate how it is possible to build complex details little by little. Just halfway through, I subdivided once again, reaching almost 15 million polygons. From then on, the only options are a lot of courage and a lot of RAM and HD geometry turned on. You will also see me using an alpha base at the beginning, but the main point goes beyond these specific textures. And I will share with you. The biggest concern here must be the contrast, always it. Always contrast. Contrast is the result of the relationship between patterns, intensities, and directions in the details. In this context, details should not be distributed equally. And of course, they should not be too intense right from the start, which is another factor of contrast. Imagine using just a spray with a round alpha equally all over the face. In this way, we would not have enough variety in any of these 3 factors that I just mentioned. Another interesting point is that he is not quite human. A bust with the fantastic characteristics allow us to explore these variations that I mentioned without fear. I managed to play a lot more with details and colors, since he does not pay taxes like us. Who knows what the financial system of this race is like? You can use weird colors, different patterns, things that would not work in a realistic taxpayer human going to work every morning. Look at them, waking up early to catch the bus, but not him, not his race. This is your chance to experience what your design limits are. In a real production, we usually use scans or predefined assets. We have very little artistic freedom. So you use this chance now to suffer and extract something from this suffering. Then you learn to automate everything and make 20 heads a day to earn your money. Very well, perfect. Technically, polypaint is even simpler. It is worth experimenting with the effects of polypaint right now in ZBrush. Remember that color and texture are also part of design decisions. When detailing fabrics, we used a lot of masking features in ZBrush And now we'll do the same with his skin details. The mask by smoothness and mask by cavity can already create infinite mask variations without much effort. Exploring them, as I do in this video, you will be able to do everything in real time, directly in ZBrush, like a boss. And unless you're using masks, you have to paint with a spray brush. You can paint all layers and variations with round alphas in ZBrush using the spray function. In the same way as in the sculpture, we start with the larger circles or larger alphas. Gradually, we will decrease the alpha and getting closer to the model. In the end, you could even bring painter's ideas over to ZBrush. There are functions there that make some steps easier, but it doesn't matter right now. It doesn't prevent us from doing everything manually within ZBrush. Well, ideally, we're done with the modeling and polypainting here in this video. I want to leave a reminder for you to make an effort to develop some kind of workflow, your own workflow, that allows you to feel that you are always moving forward. These videos so far are a little more linear than normal. They may give the impression that there were not many attempts, errors, or regrets in the way, but believe me, it wasn't quite like that. Even so, what allowed me not to lose track was always keeping in mind this workflow that I'm sharing here. Going back and getting things done is normal, but without a vision of the totality that a workflow allows you to have, it can be a very frustrating process.